Mr. Speaker, 23 years ago, those of us in New York City experienced the 9/11 attacks in a way we'll never forget. I was a recent graduate commuting to my first job near Union Square, Manhattan, when the first plane hit the North Tower at 8:46 a.m. We watched in horror as the city descended into chaos. First responders rushed in to save lives. Too many never returned. The attack shattered our sense of security. Never forget became the rallying cry for our troops entering Afghanistan in pursuit of Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda. We came together to support the recovery of our city and heal our country. New York emerged stronger with enhanced security, a fortified NYPD, and the creation of the Department of Homeland Security. 23 years later, we approach a somber reality that more FDNY members have passed away from 9/11 related illnesses and cancers than from the attack on September 11, 2001. I've attended memorials and street namings for heroes that made it home on 9/11 only to succumb to it years after. I will forever honor our pledge to never forget by working with Representatives D'Esposito, Garbarino, and others for our first responders and survivors fighting these illnesses by ensuring that Zadroga is fully funded and that they receive the health care that they deserve. During my first term, I successfully fought for 3,000 widows and children to be fairly compensated by the U.S. Victims of State-Sponsored Terrorism Fund, something they fought for over 2 decades. This year, I'm proud to work with Congressman Mike Lawler on the Fund the Fund Act and ensure that the U.S. VSST leaves no more victims out of rightfully owed victims' compensation. As we mark the 23rd anniversary of 9/11, it is essential to remain vigilant. Today, we are a divided nation with new challenges. Afghanistan is again under Taliban control, and thousands of ISIS-K and al-Qaeda terrorists were released from Bagram Air Base during the withdrawal from Afghanistan. Our borders are wide open. The law enforcement is stretched dangerously thin. On 9/11, the NYPD had 41,000 officers. Today, it only has 33,000. According to the latest reports, over 350 suspected terrorists have been apprehended at the southern border. ISIS-K-related groups have smuggled 400 individuals with terrorist ties into the United States. We cannot stand by and allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We must honor those we have lost and prevent even the possibility of another attack. We must secure our border. We must make our homeland safe. We must prioritize our country's security, strengthen and support our law enforcement, and ensure that never forget remains a guided principle, not just a slogan. And lastly, this administration has a solemn duty to deliver justice to all Americans, and that means no plea deal for the 9/11 masterminds. Set a trial date, and let's pursue the death penalty. Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you, Congresswoman.